Hello guys, so today I made scotched eggs in two different ways, and I'm here to share with you these two recipes, how you can make your own amazing scotched eggs. And believe me, when you try this recipe you are going to love it. So let's dig it. So the first one I did, I used minced meat instead of the regular sausages that you can use. So the first thing I did was to mince my beef. So I used beef. I had to wash this beef thoroughly and then blend the beef using my meat grinder. I had to grind the beef thoroughly, and then I went ahead to spice up the beef. So to spice up the beef, I use the following ingredients: half tablespoon of seasoning. So I use chicken seasoning anyways. Half tablespoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of cooking thyme, half teaspoon of dry rosemary, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic powder, half teaspoon of nutmeg powder, half teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. Okay, then I went ahead and blended everything again to combine very well. Okay, you have to blend this beef so that to the extent that it's going to be very easy for you to kind of press it on your palms. Okay, you're not going to see some lumps in it. That's when you know it's ready. So I added extra half teaspoon of ginger garlic powder and 1 small chopped onions, and then blended again. So once I was done blending this, I set this aside for my next step. So in the next step, you need some breadcrumbs, you need some flour, and you need some coarsely ground cornflakes. Okay, this will make it crispy on the outside. Also, you need some raw eggs that you're going to use to where you're going to dip or toast the balls once you have made the balls of the meatballs. Yeah. So you also need already boiled, hard boiled eggs. Okay, for the video on how to make hard boiled eggs, I'll drop that in the description section. So you whisk the eggs thoroughly and then set aside. Now here in the minced meat, you can see how I have minced this meat very well. You're going to be adding 3 tablespoons of breadcrumbs, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. You can also replace the all-purpose flour with corn flour. Okay, then 4 tablespoons of whisked eggs. So once you are done, ensure to mix everything thoroughly. Then I added extra half teaspoon of salt because I tested it and I thought that there is need to add salt. So I added extra half teaspoon of salt. So after that, make sure you mix everything thoroughly, and then it's time for us to mold. Now you just have to touch your hand in some flour and then scale the minced beef. So I scaled this minced beef 80 grams, but you can also scale 60 grams. It will also be fine. Okay, after the scaling, then you go ahead and flatten the meat using either a cling film or a non-stick paper or a clean waterproof, just as you see me do in the video. Once you are done flattening the beef, you have to toast the boiled egg in the flour and then place this at the center of the flattened beef. After that, the next thing to do is to bring this flattened beef together, just to use it to cover the egg. Okay, you want to use it to completely wrap the eggs in the beef, just as you see me do in the video. So once you are done, You smoothen and shape the balls very well so that there will not be any spaces left on the balls. Okay, so that's virtually how you're going to do all of it. So once you're done with this, you set aside. Repeat the same process with the rest of the beef and the egg. Next, we start to wrap the meatballs. So first, you have to take one of the ball, dip it in the egg. After dipping it in the egg, then you dip it in the breadcrumbs. After dipping it in the breadcrumbs, then you dip it in the eggs again, and then dip it in the cornflakes. Okay. You may also choose to coat it with just the eggs and the cornflakes. Okay, like you may do this twice. You put in the eggs and then the cornflakes, then the eggs, then the cornflakes, and that will be also fine. Or if you so wish, you may coat it with just the eggs and the breadcrumbs. You toast it in the egg, toast in the breadcrumbs, toast it back in the eggs, and toast it back in the breadcrumbs to coat very well. Okay, and that's just it. But to me, I prefer the double coating, like coating with the eggs, the breadcrumbs, the eggs again, and the cornflakes. It makes it to bind so well and hold so well, and also it gives it a crispy outside and makes it moist inside and yummy. So once you are done coating, you can see everything is ready and we are ready to fry. So when you are ready to fry, heat up your oil. Make sure you are to deep fry this. So I added these onions for flavor and also to test whether my oil has heated up. Okay, gently drop in the balls into the medium heated oil, and then monitor this gradually, toasting it, turning it from time to time till they are done. At least within 4 to 5 minutes they should be done, and then you take them out from the oil and transfer on a paper towel or a tissue paper and allow them to drain completely. Now for the second recipe, I made use of chicken franks. Instead of using the minced meat or the sausages, I used chicken franks. And because this chicken franks has been spiced already, I just added 1 teaspoon each of red chili powder, cooking thyme, and then added a little bit of chopped onions, and then I went ahead and blended very well. So once I was done blending this, you can see how it is. I added some all-purpose flour. You can also use corn flour like I said. I added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and 1 tablespoon of breadcrumbs. Okay, then I went ahead and mixed everything together. So once I was done mixing that, next is to wrap the eggs with this chicken franks, minced chicken franks. So you choose to oil your hands before taking the chicken franks so they don't stick too much to your hands. Then you go ahead and flatten the chicken franks just the way you did with the minced beef. And once that is done, same way, toast the egg in the flour and then place at the center of the chicken franks you've minced, and then use this to wrap up the egg. Once that is done, ensure that you smoothen the chicken franks so well so there will not be any space on the chicken franks, and so they will be so smooth and fine. Okay, I know basically what is needed or what is used in making this scotch egg is the pork sausages that you can buy them from supermarkets and all that, but I couldn't get that. That's why I'm showing you 2 ways also you can make this. Some persons also use fish. They also blend their fish and still use it. It's fine. So after molding, just the way you did in the first one, you go ahead, coat with the eggs, coat with the breadcrumbs, and coat with the cornflakes. And once everything is set and ready, get your oil on heat up your oil very well just as you did before, and when the oil is at medium heat, transfer these balls gently into the oil and fry gradually till they are done. Like 4 to 5 minutes they should be done, and you will take them out from the oil and you are ready to enjoy your scotched eggs. I hope this recipe helps you, and if it helps you, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Also try out this recipe and let me know in the comment section how it turned out for you. See you guys in my next video.